Every team at the start of the NFL season has one goal in mind, and that is winning the Super Bowl. Although there are 32 teams, there is only one that can win the Lombardi. In this video, I will talk about the teams that won the Super Bowl in the last 10 years and what made all those teams very unique. But before I get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. But without further ado, let's get into the video. In 2014, the New England Patriots were looking to win their first Super Bowl that decade. After losing to Peyton Manning and the Broncos in the conference championship last year, they bounced back the following season. At the beginning of the 2014 season, the Patriots would find themselves at 2-2, but they won their next 7 games and won 3 of their last 5 games to end the season 12-4. In the playoffs, they beat teams like the Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. But after the win to the Colts, the league launched an investigation after the Patriots allegedly used deflated footballs during the games. However, this would not keep the team from playing in the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks, who beat the Denver Broncos in the year prior. In this Super Bowl, both teams will go toe-to-toe. Each team scored 2 touchdowns in the first half, including a last-minute touchdown in the second half by Seahawks receiver Chris Matthews. In the second half, the teams kept battling. The Seahawks outscored the Patriots 10-0 in the third quarter, but the Patriots came back and scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth. In the game's final minutes, the Seahawks found themselves down 24-28 with only 1 possession left. They marched down to the 1-yard line, and in the final seconds of the game, the Seahawks would make one of the worst decisions by passing the ball instead of running their Pro Bowl running back Marshawn Lynch. After the Patriots got the ball back, they ran out the clock and ended the game, and the New England Patriots became the Super Bowl champions in 2014. Coming off an AFC Championship loss in 2014, this Denver Broncos team was looking to make another Super Bowl appearance. The Broncos came into this with one of the best all-around teams in NFL history. They had players like Peyton Manning, Demaryius Thomas, and a great defense that was dubbed the no-fly zone. During the season, the Broncos started out 7-0 before losing back-to-back games. Not only that, but an injury to Peyton Manning sidelined him for the rest of the season. However, Denver went on to win 5 of their last 7 games and finished the season 12-4. Peyton Manning came back for the playoffs, and the Broncos began their run at another Super Bowl. The Broncos got past the Steelers in the divisional and rematched the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship. This was a dogfight, but this time the Broncos won and moved on to face the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl. The Panthers were one of the most dangerous teams in NFL history, led by MVP Cam Newton. The Panthers finished their season 15-1. In the Super Bowl, the 2 teams faced off. The Broncos got out to an early start, leading 10-0 in the first quarter. The Panthers responded with a touchdown in the second quarter, but the Broncos kicked 2 more field goals to extend the lead 16-10. The Panthers got the ball back late in the fourth quarter, but a late game turnover caused Denver to get the ball back and score one more time. Carolina ran out of time, and the Denver Broncos became Super Bowl champions in 2015. In 2016, the Patriots were looking for another Super Bowl title in the 2010s. The 2016 season started without star quarterback Tom Brady, and the team turned to backups Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett. The team still won most of their games without Brady, and when he came back, the team was in full swing. They went on to lose only 2 games that season and end with a record of 14-2. New England swept the AFC playoffs and went to the Super Bowl to face off against the Atlanta Falcons. In the Super Bowl, the Atlanta Falcons would take a big-time lead, 28-3. At this point, the Patriots season was slipping away. However, they made a second-half comeback, tying the game at 28, and the game went into overtime. In overtime, the Patriots went down the field and scored the game-winning touchdown, and the New England Patriots won their 5th title in franchise history. In 2017, the Philadelphia Eagles were looking for their first Super Bowl win in franchise history. Led by Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson, the Eagles started their season 11-2, but a sudden injury to Carson Wentz in Week 14 put the Eagles' season in jeopardy. The Eagles turned to backup quarterback Nick Foles, who previously played for the Eagles earlier in his career. Philly finished the regular season 13-3 and earned a first-round bye. They would go on to beat the Falcons and the Vikings before facing the New England Patriots, who were looking to win their 2nd title in a row. This game started with the Eagles out in front, but the Patriots kept responding every chance they got. But before the half, the Eagles came up with one of the most creative plays to take the lead going into the half, 22-19, calling it the Philly Special. Coming out of the half, both teams exchanged touchdowns, and the Eagles continued to score after that. In the fourth quarter, the Patriots had a chance to come back and tie the game up, but a strip sack by Brandon Graham sealed the win for the Eagles, and they became Super Bowl champions despite having a backup quarterback. In 2018, the New England Patriots were looking to come back from the Super Bowl loss to Philadelphia. They started the first half of the season 7-3, but many people doubted whether or not they were the same Super Bowl team in the years prior. New England finished the regular season 11-5. After winning the divisional against the Los Angeles Chargers, the Patriots faced the second-year Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game came down to the wire and went into overtime. Patriots running back Rex Burkhead scored the game-winning touchdown to send the team back to the Super Bowl. New England found themselves facing the Los Angeles Rams, who were making their first Super Bowl appearance under head coach Sean McVay. The Super Bowl became more of a defensive game. The Patriots led at halftime only up 3-0. In the second half, things would slowly start to speed up for the Patriots. Running back Sony Mitchell scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and the team also kicked a field goal in the fourth. The Rams, however, were never able to get past New England's defense, and they were only held to 3 points. And just like that, the New England Patriots won their 6th Super Bowl in franchise history, tying Pittsburgh for the most in the NFL. In 2019, the Kansas City Chiefs were becoming one of the most recognized teams in the NFL. The team was looking to make their first Super Bowl appearance since the 60s. However, in the beginning of the regular season, quarterback Patrick Mahomes was sidelined due to an ankle injury he suffered in Week 1. Mahomes sat out for multiple games, but the Chiefs were able to start the season over 500. But injury struck again after Patrick Mahomes suffered a knee injury later in the season. Despite those setbacks, the Chiefs finished 12-4, earning themselves a division title and a first-round bye. After beating the Texans and the Titans, Kansas City was about to play in the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. Both teams in this game were in a dogfight. They finished the first half tied at 10, but in the second half, the 49ers gained momentum and scored 10 unanswered points in the third quarter. But in the fourth, the Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns, putting them up by 4 points. The 49ers were unable to answer after that, and the Chiefs scored one more time to seal the deal. And the Kansas City Chiefs captured their 2nd Super Bowl in franchise history. Over the years, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were not known for even making the NFL playoffs, but all of that changed in the 2020 season. The Bucs went out and acquired quarterback Tom Brady and tight end Rob Gronkowski from the New England Patriots to pair them up with wide receiver Mike Evans. Not only that, but their defense was also one of the best in the league. There were many speculations about Tom Brady and how he was going to keep playing after leaving head coach Bill Belichick. The Buccaneers started the season 4-2, but mid-season they would make a controversial move, add receiver Antonio Brown to the team. After this move, the Buccaneers only lost 3 games and ended the season 11-5. In the playoffs, the Bucs ran through the NFC, sweeping teams like Washington, New Orleans, and Green Bay. The Bucs faced the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, who were looking to win back-to-back titles. In this game, the better team was shown early in the game. The Buccaneers got out to an early lead, going up 21-3 at halftime. This continued into the second half, where the Buccaneers scored 10 more points, beating the Chiefs 31-9. Tom Brady won the 7th Super Bowl and helped Tampa Bay win their first. After missing out on the Super Bowl in the past couple of years, the Los Angeles Rams were set to make another appearance. Before the season, quarterback Jared Goff was traded to the Lions for Matthew Stafford, giving the Rams a new look. During the season, the Rams started 7-1 before losing their next 3 games. After that, they would nearly win out the rest of the season. In the playoffs, they beat teams like the Cardinals, 49ers, and reigning Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. In the Super Bowl, Los Angeles faced Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, who were making their first Super Bowl appearance. In the Super Bowl, the Rams and Bengals were going back and forth, but the Rams led 13-10 at the half. In the second half, the Bengals scored 10 points and led 20-16 going into the fourth. The Rams only had 1 shot to win the game. They marched down the field, and Matthew Stafford threw the game-winning touchdown to wide receiver Cooper Kupp. The Bengals tried to come back, but the Rams defense made a huge stop. And just like that, the Los Angeles Rams were the 2021 Super Bowl champions. After missing out on a Super Bowl title for 2 years, the Kansas City Chiefs were looking forward to bouncing back. However, they would have to do that without one of their biggest weapons in Tyreek Hill. In 2022, the Chiefs did great in the regular season, finishing 14-3. In the playoffs, they beat the Jaguars and rematched against the Bengals in the AFC Championship. The Chiefs ended up winning and facing Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. Both teams battled, but the Chiefs kicked the game-winning field goal in the end, winning their 3rd Super Bowl in franchise history. In 2023, the Chiefs made their 2nd attempt, winning back-to-back. The Chiefs ended the regular season 11-6. In the playoffs, the Ravens and Bills were one of the teams who were willing to take a shot at the reigning Super Bowl champs, but the Chiefs defeated both teams and made it to their 2nd consecutive Super Bowl. The Chiefs played against the San Francisco 49ers, and this game came down to the wire. The game went into overtime with both teams tied at 20. The 49ers went down to kick the field goal before Pat Mahomes put together a game-winning touchdown drive to seal the deal, securing the 3rd title in his NFL career. With the Super Bowl coming up, there are many possibilities that could happen. These quarterbacks are either in search of their first or trying to make the first three-peat in NFL history. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.